What's going on YouTube? Josh here checking in. We've got a special treat for you today. I'm here at the Old Gold's Gym, now ProFit Gym in Deer Park, New York, with none other than junior powerlifter Matt Sohmer. So, without further ado, this is Matt Sohmer.
Hi, how are you?
Matt, how old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
And if you guys don't know who Matt is, you will definitely hear his name in the coming years if you haven't already, because Matt is an exceptional powerlifter, especially for his age. So Matt, what is your best squat in training?
My best squat in training I hit about a month ago was about 870, a raw with no wraps, no sleeves.
And what body weight did you do that at?
Around 270, 275.
So you hear that, folks, 870 squat at 275, natural lifter, 21 years old, pretty incredible. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with Matt, and he's gonna go over some tips for the squat. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out Matt's channel. The link will be in the description box below. And without further ado, I'll leave it off to Matt.
So the first thing we're gonna go over is how to walk out the squat and how to unrack it. So the first thing you're gonna do is, you always approach the bar every time, whether it's 100 pounds or 800 pounds. You always approach it the same way. So what I usually do is, I put my middle fingers about on the knurling to the bar. I get under the bar. You always want to make sure your foot placement is about shoulder length apart. You want to look up, take a deep breath, look down while you're walking it out, and look straight at the judge. And that's pretty much how you walk it out. It's pretty much that straightforward. Now, common mistakes with that, a lot of people go under the bar. You know, you see a lot of people hit their heads on the bar. You know, they go crazy. You know, I would not recommend that, because in a lot of federations you can't do that. So, like I said, just take it nice and easy. Get under the bar. Make sure you're nice and even. Take a nice deep breath. Don't rush it. A lot of mistakes people make. You know, they rush it out. They walk it out too fast. You know, you want to make sure you get nice and steady. Get your arch, and then start with the squat. Common errors I see with the descent of the squat. Now, everyone's different when it comes to descend, but what I like to do is I like not to take it too slow, but I like to take it medium speed. You know, you see people, like settle in. You see people dive bomb it, which I don't recommend, unless you're wearing knee wraps, which apparently I don't. So what you want to do is, you want to take it medium speed. You want to go to nice and pop right back up. Nice and easy. So the next errors I see when I see people squat, like I said, everyone's different when they squat. But the common error I see on the descend is when people go down, they rush it too much. And they go down and the bar goes past the knees, like this. When that happens, your heels of your feet come up, which cause you to fall forward. Okay, unrack it, walk back nice and slow. So what I mean by that is, a lot of people, when they squat, like I said before, they rush it too much. You don't want to rush it, but also you don't want to be too slow. So the common error I see is this. See how I'm too far forward? And it screws up your form. It's pretty much doing like a good morning. So what you want to do is, like I said, you want to keep your back straight, your elbows tucked in, and you want a nice easy descent. And then back up. Talk about some common errors I see in the squat. Now I'm going to give you some generalized tips. I wasn't always an 800-pound plus squatter, but I always remember the first day I started squatting, my uncle always told me, Matt, you're never going to squat a plate unless you learn safety. And I know people say, oh, safety's stupid, you know, they don't really pay attention to it, but it's very important, because, you know, if you're stuck under 800 pounds and you don't have spotters with you, you don't know how to dump the bar properly or properly get rid of it, you can kill yourself. And it's a serious thing that a lot of lifters, even some elite lifters, don't pay attention to. So now briefly I'm going to go into how I became almost a 900-pound raw squatter. I'm a firm believer in volume. I know a lot of people, when you hear volume, they kind of shy away. But when I first started out, like everyone else, I started from the bottom and I had to work my way up. I started, you know, like I said, I started with a plate just like everybody else, but I squatted 4 or 5 times a week. I was squatting twice a day. You know, now, you know, a lot of people think that's crazy, but you know what? It worked. I look at it this way, it's like building a house. You want to have a good foundation for the house, or the house is going to fall apart. So when you first start out, you want to have a good foundation. So I mean, you know, squatting at least 3 times a week, squatting at least 75–85% of your max, and constantly doing that. And like with anything else, the better you get at something, the less you have to do it. You know, I don't squat 85% 4 days, 5 days a week anymore. I still squat 4 days a week, but I'll do a heavy squat on Monday, about 85 to either 85% or max. Tuesday I'll do like a couple front squats, maybe get the muscles loose. Wednesday, I'll take off, and then Thursday I'll do deadlifts and a couple light squats, and Friday I'll do pause squats. So that's like a generalized thing of what I do now. But that being said, just because you follow these tips or do these things I'm telling you to do, let's be realistic. Doesn't mean you're gonna become an 800, 900 pound squatter. The bottom line is you gotta have the genetics to do it. A lot of people don't like hearing that, but that's the truth. I train a lot of people, the same thing I used to train. Doesn't mean they're gonna be 800 pound squatters. And that being said, a lot of people think drugs are the answer. I'm a big proponent against drugs. I compete in USAPL, IPF, the AAU, all the top drug-free federations, because I'm a firm believer that, you can be good without the drugs. Even if you do take the drugs, doesn't mean you can become a 900, 800 pound, 900 pound squatter. Another quick programming tip that I followed and what I do to train people, like I said before, I usually have people squat between 3 and 4 times a week. And a lot of people ask me, well, how do you know if they progress, what percentages, and all that stuff. So what I usually do is, based on how well the week goes, I increase it a certain pound. I don't go by percentages, because then it becomes too crazy with the weights. So I usually increase their workouts, depending on how their workout's gone that week, 5 pounds. So for example, if you squat 500 one week and it's real easy, next week you go up to 505. And you'll keep doing that until you hit a stagnant point. And you'll keep working at that weight until it becomes easy enough where that you can increase 5 pounds. Now a lot of people go, that's crazy, that's a lot of volume, increasing 5 pounds a week. But you know what, it worked for me. I would go, for example, I would do 505 one week, then I'd do 510, then I'd do 515, and by the end of 12 weeks, it worked. That's a wrap, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, my name's not Matt Sohmer, it's Johnny Candido. But if you have any other questions, you can comment below, or you can contact me on my website at www.mattsohmer.com. Or if you want to see any of my record-breaking lifts, like my 870 squat, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is The Hulk Smash 75. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. And I don't know how to properly dump the bar or something like that. No, all right. That's okay, just keep playing. Okay.
Somebody should have told you I'm on one. Yeah, fuck it, I'm on one. Yeah, I said I'm on one. Fuck it, I'm on one. Somebody should have told you I'm on one.